What's up, everybody? Did you guys enjoy the weekend? Did anybody watch the Super Bowl? If you did, which Super Bowl halftime did you watch? Even though I don't think I have to ask. Man, my headphones broke today, so I'm having to hold this one in. It kind of sucks, so. Man, there's a lot of Epstein stuff going on, and you know what? I'm done covering that shit. I don't know what's true, what's fake anymore. Everything's just redacted anyway, so it fucking pisses me off. What do you guys think? What's up, Paul? How you doing, my friend? Hey, I might be going to the Larry Ag show tomorrow. I don't know yet. We were gonna go tomorrow, but it's supposed to rain, and now it says it's not gonna rain till tomorrow night. So I might go 2 days. Fact. Hold on. Should text Johnny.
Still that kid, just a better mic. Still trying to say what's wrong, what's right. Some nights debate, some nights.
Let me see what my buddy Johnny says.
Either way, he's speaking his mind.
Anyways, how's everybody doing? Did you guys watch the Super Bowl, Paul? Which one did you watch? Or the halftime show? Which one did you watch? I was at my stepdad's house, so I didn't. We were talking, so I didn't watch either. And I still haven't seen the Turning Point one yet. But I heard it got like 10 million views, which is pretty freaking awesome. Pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. Man, I don't know if I want to go tomorrow. I'm not set up to go tomorrow. I don't have my GoPros. Because I'd have to leave here at like, opens at 9. It's like an hour and a half. I'd leave here pretty early. Make sure my scooter's charged. I don't know. So, you watched the TPUSA was awesome? Yeah, I'm going to have to watch it. Definitely going to have to watch it. All right, so let's get started. It says a pro-ICE ad just ran during the Super Bowl. These are immigration and customs enforcement officers. They are friends and neighbors, sons and fathers. Oh, let's watch this. Watch it from the beginning.
They're friends and neighbors, sons, fathers. They're little league coaches and veterans. They're people who love this country.
Sounds like Sean Ryan.
These are immigration and customs enforcement officers. They are removing violent criminals from our streets and neighborhoods. It's dangerous and difficult work. But ICE has one mission: to make America a safer place to live, and that's what they're doing. This is law enforcement. This
Paid for
is ICE.
By American sovereignty. Who the heck is American sovereignty? Look at this, says American. Because that costs, what is it, $13 million? $13 million or $30 million or something? Conservative advocacy group focused on immigration enforcement, border security, and supporting ICE. As early as 2026, the group has run multi-million-dollar advertising campaigns, including pro-ICE billboards in San Francisco and TV ads in key states. Nice. Well, there you go. Now we know who did it. That's pretty cool. That was damn good, in fact. I like it. I wonder if that was Sean Ryan, though. It sounded like Sean Ryan. What's up, Mr. Nice Guy? Fuck sports ball, All-American halftime. Yeah, of course. But the thing is, you know, my stepdad's 91 years old. You can't get him to change his mind, so he wanted to watch it. But we cooked and ate dinner during the halftime show, so we didn't even watch that shit. Elon Musk has figured out the Soros racket. Let's see what he has to say about it.
It's kind of a hack to the system where, you know, someone can get an NGO stood up for a fairly small amount of money. Like George Soros was really good at this. Like George Soros is like a system hacker. Like he figured out how to hack the system. He's a genius at arbitrage. I mean, these days he's pretty old, but a genius at arbitrage. So he figured out that you could leverage a small amount of money to create a nonprofit, then lobby the politicians to send a ton of money to that nonprofit, so you can take what might be, you know, a $10 million donation to a nonprofit to create a nonprofit and leverage that into $1 billion NGO. And a nonprofit is a weird word. It's just a non-governmental organization, and then the government continues to fund that every year, and it'll have a nice sounding name like the Institute for Peace or something like that. But really, it's a graft machine.
And what are the requirements with that money? What do they have to do?
Just really no requirements at all.
So they just get grants and the government just assumes that they're doing good work.
Pretty much.
I think a lot of people in the government know that they're not doing good work, but it's a giant graft machine.
Really, Gra? What do they mean by that? What do you mean? So they had different... Well, okay, so there's areas in town or there's areas in the country to where they watch one commercial compared to another commercial. I know that, so that way, local people can get their ads in and stuff. Interesting. I never thought about that. But so what Elon Musk just said is this. He said, hey, if what they're doing is, they give $10 million to some NGO, right? A startup. And then they just start applying for government grant after government grant after government grant after government grant. And that's how they start making all that money. It's all a scam, And so I would have thought this in the first place that
justice for the people.
Stop.
We should.
That we've been paying these protesters, not George Soros and stuff. It's all us paying the protesters. George Soros may have started it, but yeah, we're the one paying it. We're the one paying for it, right? Just like we're paying for the pharmaceutical companies, we're paying for everybody. It's a joke. It's a joke. All right, so this was the press conference after the Ghislaine Maxwell
We want to get to the truth
hearing.
of the American people. And
Not very
justice
loud.
for the survivors. That's what this investigation's about.
Let me see if I can turn this up. Nope.
I want to
As loud
mention
as I
the
can get
next
it to go.
steps. We can confirm we have 5 more depositions in the book scheduled for the Epstein investigation. On February 18th, Lex Wexner, who was a financial client of Epstein and I believe the former CEO of Victoria's Secret. February 26th, we have former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton. February 27th, former President Bill Clinton.
Wait a minute. So the former CEO of Victoria's Secret is going to be there? Interesting. Bill, shit. I'm going to keep playing this. I'll be right back, guys.
March 11th, Richard Kahn, Epstein's accountant. And March 19th, Darren Endike, Epstein's lawyer. So we will continue to move forward and try to get answers for the American people.
Do you think Britain's royal family? Do you think that Britain's royal family has questions to answer to your committee?
Well, we would love to hear from anyone. Obviously, I can't subpoena in foreign countries, or I would have done that in the Biden investigation. But do you have anything to add, Andy?
I'll just add one thing that the attorney for Ms. Maxwell said that she has no indication and would say that neither Presidents Trump or Clinton are culpable for any wrongdoing. And that's one thing they said in his opening statement to us today.
Was Ghislaine Maxwell put under pressure to stay silent? Was Ghislaine Maxwell put under pressure to stay silent today?
Well, I have no idea.
Is that your suspicion?
How would I have no idea. I mean, she was given an opportunity. We would have brought her in months ago, but she's indicated she was going to plead the fifth. And unfortunately, she had an opportunity today to answer the questions that every American
Our Italian
has.
buddy.
Questions that would be very important in this
What's up
investigation.
there,
She chose to invoke
Alabama?
the Fifth Amendment
Which
right.
is
Mr. Chairman, clarify what her lawyer said about
The Color Fatty
President
Show.
Trump and Clinton, and do you think that there's anything more to do with Ghislaine Maxwell now that she pled the fifth?
You correct me if I'm wrong. What the
Exactly,
just to
Graf.
be clear,
I'll
what
talk, no walk.
What her attorney said, Maxwell didn't say. Her attorney said that she would answer questions if she were granted clemency by
the
President
Trump,
and that she went on to say about Clinton and
Okay, real quick, what do you guys think about this? What do you guys think? Sorry, like I said, my headphones broke today, and so they're being a pain in the ass. What do you think? I mean, like, was it Gra that said all talk, no walk? I mean, this is why I'm not playing any Epstein stuff except for this. Because it's just so insane. I don't know. I can't imagine. I can't even fathom who is right. I can't figure it out. And I'm not against President Trump at all. But if I find out he's a pedophile, then I'm going to call him out. And I want to, I'm leaning more towards what President Trump says. But then, you hear all this other stuff, and it's just, I think there's just so many people involved on both sides. I don't think President Trump might be involved, but there's definitely some Republicans involved as well, I would think. So, because there's theories. People say, well, Ghislaine Maxwell is just pleading the fifth because President Trump told her to, right? And then there's other people that are saying, well, she's pleading the fifth because the Democrats told her to. She doesn't want to get in trouble, There's just so many, you just look and there's so many things still blacked out. They're not showing us anything. They're not showing us anything. See, I would think that too, Gra, that they have nothing on President Trump or we would know already. But here's the deal. If it's both people, I don't know. I'm not saying he was at all, right? But all I'm saying is this. And you guys can get mad at me all you want. There's just not enough clear evidence on either side of this. Do we know he's a pedophile? Epstein's a pedophile? Fuck yeah. Do we know Bill Clinton's a pedophile? I mean, come on. We've seen all the reports. We've seen how he was as a president. I wouldn't doubt it. It's just so hard to believe anybody in this, and it just drives me nuts.
That. The other thing is, he pointed out a number of times that she has a habeas corpus petition.
I think you're right there, Paul.
For a new trial and release, and that's why she is not going to answer questions.
Mr. Chairman. I know that those conversations are ongoing. They would like them to be public. Is your understanding still that we're looking at those same February dates and they're going to be private?
Yeah, that's what they agreed to. And they will be public, just like this will be public hopefully very soon. We've released every transcript and every video and
so we don't get to see them. We don't get to see their faces. This is bullshit. I want to see those I want to see Bill Clinton in the hot seat. I want to see Hillary Clinton in the hot seat. This is fucking bullshit.
Audio of every deposition we've done since I've been chairman of the committee.
Mr. Chairman, does the committee have any plans to subpoena Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick, given the revelations?
We're going to try to get these 5 nailed down. We've got a lot of very important people we're trying to bring in to answer questions. We don't want to do anything to jeopardize the 5 that we have on the book. So we'll see what happens here, and we'll move forward.
Do you have concerns?
We're interested in talking to anyone that might have any information that would help us get justice for the survivors. Yes.
Mr. Chairman, thank you. On the disagreement with the Clintons about closed-door videotape testimony versus public hearing, are you concerned that this will be enough to restart contempt proceedings, or do you think you'll come to a resolution?
I mean, they said they agreed to a standard deposition. That's what a standard deposition is. Every time I've come out here for a press gaggle with you all, we've had a standard deposition. So this is how depositions work, and it will be made public. So they want.
Yeah, it's gonna. You know what's gonna happen?
Deposition.
It's gonna be made public. Them saying, "I plead the fifth."
Mr. Chairman, can I ask you about Ilhan Omar for a moment?
Can I ask you a question
Mr. Chairman, your investigation of
Chad.
Your investigation about Ilhan Omar. Why are you targeting her when there is a Ilhan Omar? Your committee investigation with Ilhan Omar, when there is a process in the House, if people have questions about their conduct, this would go through the Ethics Committee. Why is this under the jurisdiction?
And I've spoken, I'm glad you asked that question. I've spoken with the Ethics Committee. The Ethics Committee has jurisdiction over members of Congress. The 2 businesses in question are owned by Ms. Omar's husband. So the Ethics Committee does not have jurisdiction over a spouse, only a member. So that's why we just asked. We would have.
And that's why they do it that way.
Anyone would.
But it would pertain to her overall finances because that is listed on her financial disclosure report, even though
Well,
that's her spouse.
we've run this by the ethics committee, and we think this is the appropriate route, so. And we'll do one more question, yes.
Yes, just going back to the Clinton deposition, sorry for space. I understand that you're going to release the transcripts, you'll release the video.
Of course.
Why is there reticence to just have it be public, since the Clintons, look, they are not your typical people being deposed?
When you say public, what do you mean? I mean, it's gonna be the video, and we'll release it. The public will see every second of the.
What she's asking, dumbass, is she's saying, why not, if you're going to release the video, why not just show it to us live? What are you trying to redact? What are you trying to redact out of the video?
Deposition.
But not
I
at
think
the
they're
time
trying
that
to
it
muddy the.
happens.
What's that?
But not at the time that it happened. So what's the reticence?
What, a few seconds later? I mean, I think the Clintons are trying to muddy the waters and create a false narrative, like, depositions behind closed doors. That deposition was behind closed doors, but you had at least 10 members of Congress in there, and you'll have the video, I hope, very soon.
Because they get paid by him, Graw.
Yes, go ahead. All right.
Ghislaine Maxwell, we know from the Epstein files, didn't tell the truth. She got moved to an open prison. Now she's asking for clemency to speak at all. Was it a mistake to move her to that prison? Should she be moved back?
I don't know the rationale for moving her from one prison to the other, but look, initially she had asked that the Oversight Committee grant immunity, and when we met with the survivors of Epstein, it was pretty clear, according to the
That's why I'm telling you,
survivors,
both sides are in
and,
trouble.
you know, we had 20-some members in that meeting, that Maxwell was a very bad person, and she committed a lot of crimes. And it was the intent, in my opinion, when we left that meeting in a bipartisan manner, that we would not grant immunity. Now, what she said today, she's asked for clemency from the president. So I personally, for the reasons you just stated, don't think she should be granted any type of immunity or clemency. But we'll obviously, you know, as more documents are read and understood, then we'll go from there. But I'll close with this. I think it's great that the Department of Justice is letting members of Congress come in and look at all the unredacted versions of the documents. Attorney General Bondi is doing what she was supposed to do.
Why don't you let us look at the unredacted?
Our subpoena first on the House Oversight Committee, as well as the Epstein Transparency Act. So I think we're finally going to get some answers, and hopefully at the end of the day, we can do what our objective is in this hearing, provide justice for the survivors. So thank you all very much.
Do you have a location for the Clinton deposition yet?
This is all just, you know, a show. This is bullshit. They're protecting somebody on both sides, and it's bullshit. You know, do you guys think, first off, do you guys think it's better off that we redact it for the people that have been a pedophile, or not, that have been raped and, you know, stuff like that, to protect them? I mean, they already went through it, right? I don't know. So I've never been in that situation. So I don't even know that I just want this all to go away, probably. So I can see that point about it. But then on the other hand, wouldn't you think they'd want to see all the people that did the bad things to them hurt and punished for what they did to these kids? It's hard to know what's the right way to go. It really is. Oh wait, that's right. I forgot that we had the full interview, and that was in this clip. It's just so hard to, you know, when it comes to kids, and even though they're adults now, still it's just bad. All right, so Paul says maybe President Trump should sit down with her, make a deal for her to talk. He's good at making deals. He is. I just don't know if that's going to work or not. All right, so this is about the Super Bowl halftime show yesterday. So what they're saying is so many people went and stopped and turned off the TV during the halftime show that the numbers went down. And so these people, the companies that are supposed to get so much money, may be able to sue because of You remember that the statute of limitations is probably up for all of them. That's a possibility, AC. Definitely a possibility, but still, it'll ruin their reputation, right? There could be politicians in there that's part of it, right? That they could be taken out of.
What's the tail of the tape, Jack?
Shit,
like,
I
what's
forgot.
what's the numbers gonna shake out to be? Is it gonna be?
Oh man, they fast forwarded this big time. But yeah, you know, I hate it when they fast forward this shit like this.
4 million viewers.
So this is what people need to know is that the 25 million number that has come out already, that's just from the main YouTube and Rumble stream. So that's just crunching the numbers there. We've already got just YouTube alone, Turning Point's main stream, 6.17. And the 17 is significant because the previous number 2 YouTube live stream of all time was 6.15. So that's the number 2 live stream in all of YouTube history. Incredible. The number 1 in terms of entertainment, because the first one was actually the Indian lunar probe. So number 1 in terms of entertainment on all of YouTube in all of the platform's history. I can't even, it boggles the mind to even think about those kind of numbers. And then we haven't even sat there. Andrew and I were chatting about this last night. You know, we might see 40, we might see 50. The sky is really the limit because we have so many partners. And then we haven't even got into X, and so many people were restreaming it and putting it out there. So we are going to see a staggering number of views on this. And it's something where, and I'm sure you heard as well, that the entertainment industry and the advertisers are very, very worried about this. And Cliff Maloney had a source inside NFL Networks who said they are freaking out over the size of this audience.
Yeah, I mean, why not? Because what it does is it ultimately shows that you've lost the culture war, that the NFL has decided to sabotage and betray their own fans, to do a program that is not in English, that has third world.
Yeah, it's the National Football League, national, but yet they're putting in somebody that speaks Spanish. And not even a word of it was in English, according to what I understand, right?
That's open borders messaging, LGBT messaging, woke propaganda. And I think the greatest sin of them all, you can't even listen to it. It's like mumble rap, but Spanish, and no songs that anybody knows. All the videos coming out from the stands, Jack, it like shows people standing like statues. Nobody was into it. Nobody liked this.
You watched it on Rumble Restream? Right on. Which one? You talking about the TPUSA one? I haven't watched it yet, actually. I gotta watch it still. What's going on? Anna Paulina Luna sends a major warning to the Senate GOP. If the Senate does not pass the SAVE Act, they have failed the people. Of course, we need that big time.
President Trump is drawing attention to his SAVE Act when asked about his plans to unify the country during his Super Bowl interview yesterday.
Well, you know, we're working on the Save America Act, which is going to secure up a lot of things, but secure up our voting. I think people would like to do it, and I think Democrats would too. And you ask Democrats, it's polling at 82% with Democrats.
Meanwhile, Democrat Senator Adam Schiff is being confronted on this polling, showing an overwhelming 83% of Americans supporting requiring a photo ID to vote.
Who cares about Adam Schiff?
71% of Democrats favor requiring photo ID. Is that something that you can support? And if not, why not?
It's still going to be something, Jonathan. It's still going to be something that disenfranchises people.
Well, no date has been set yet for a vote on the SAVE Act.
It's supposed to be this week, though, isn't it?
President Trump is drawing attention to his SAVE Act when asked.
Shut up. It's supposed to be this week, from what I understand. If we don't get it, we're screwed. If we do not get that, we are definitely screwed. What the heck did I do here? Did I do the same things twice? Let's see. So, is anybody watching the Olympics? I haven't been watching the Olympics at all. Like this American ski, like there's a lot of people. They went on the stage over there in whatever country they're in right now, and was like, oh yeah, you know, just because I wear the American flag doesn't mean I represent what the country thinks and arresting people. It's just so bullshit, right? And this guy was one of them. So it says American freestyle skier Hunter Hess backtracks, says he is actually really excited to represent the U.S. I don't know. Do they actually show what he said? Oh, here's what he said before. He said, "There's so much that is great about America, but these are always things that could be better. One of the many things that makes this country so amazing is that we have the right of freedom to point that out. The best part of the Olympics is that it brings people together. When so many of us are divided, we need that more than ever. I cannot." Oh, so this is what he's saying now. I don't have what he said before.
It brings up mixed emotions to represent the U.S. right now, I think.
Oh, this is what he said before. Okay, here we go.
It's a little hard. There's obviously a lot going on that I'm not the biggest fan of, and I think a lot of people aren't. If it aligns with my moral values,
Italy?
I feel like I'm representing it. Just because I'm wearing the flag doesn't mean I represent everything that's going on in the U.S. So yeah, I just kind of want to do it for my friends and my family and the people that support me getting here. It brings up mixed.
So then what President Trump said was, well, if you don't want to, a lot of people said, if you're there to represent the U.S., if you want to go there and trash talk us, then you shouldn't be there. So that's why he changed his status there. I think he's worried that, hey, they're going to take me off the team, right? So now he's backtracking, like dumbass liberal leftists are all the time. It says a proud American just went nuclear on Bad Bunny's flop halftime performance. Okay, let's hear what this is. This is on C-SPAN even.
We should have been celebrating the 250th anniversary of the United States of America at that halftime show. When I went to school, I was taught English. I wasn't taught Spanish, so I don't know a word he was saying. We're in the United States of America. We're an English-speaking language. They should have at least put a closed caption on there or something so you could understand what they were saying. And the dancing, I've seen the same thing at a strip show, just with the clothes on, the way they were doing on TV. There's no reason for that.
Yeah, isn't it supposed to be? You're supposed to let you're supposed to have your kids watching. Your kids are there watching the Super Bowl with you, right? And they want to see half-naked people dancing around. Not exactly right. The U.S. military forces intercepted another oil tanker that was operating in defiance of President Trump's established quarantine of sanctioned vessels. So we just got some more free oil. More free oil. I love it. How many gallons do one of these things hold? Or how many barrels? What's up, C. Reed? Only half naked, yeah. Look at that. We're taking over some more oil. Were they grinding on it? Or kids? Yeah, I don't want to see that either, bro. Let alone kids. How much oil does this stuff hold? Just here, buddy. What you doing over there in YouTube land? You should come over to Rumble with the rest of us. That way I can get credit for people watching. You should come over to Rumble land, Creed. That's better. That's better. That's better for me, at least. All right, a man walked up to a bar owner and called him a racist for playing the TP USA halftime show. You can't make this shit up. Let's see what the owner said.
I came here for the halftime show. The whole experience. Why aren't you playing Bad Bunny at the halftime show?
Because I put this halftime show on. Because this is what the majority. If you filming me, get that out.
I'm filming you. Why are you doing that? Why didn't you play Bad Bunny?
Because the majority.
I'm gonna pay.
Get out.
I'm gonna pay first.
Luke, this is why.
This
is why I said no.
I gotta pay first. But I'm asking a question. I'm not being violent. Yeah, I gotta pay first. I shouldn't pay because I came here for the full experience.
What's your tab under?
The fullest Super Bowl experience.
Okay, what's your tab under?
All right? I came here for the full Super Bowl experience. Are you the bouncer? Are you the manager? Are you the bouncer or the manager?
He's the manager.
All right, I'm speaking to him, not you. You do what you do, and I talk to him. I came here for the Super Bowl experience. The full Super Bowl experience.
This is the halftime show.
This is not the halftime show.
It is the halftime show.
No, this is not.
It's called the halftime show.
I gotta go to this bar if I ever go over to Florida.
We're at the zoo, and the zoo refuses to play Bad Bunny for some reason during the halftime show. They want to play somebody else. All right? gonna put this on my social media.
There you go, baby.
Good.
All right.
Go ahead, put it on.
There's your check. You have a good night. Thank you.
You might get customers. You might lose a lot of customers because you might look like a racist.
I guess we'll see.
All right.
I guess
you
we'll
might
see.
look like a racist.
So do you.
Why?
You're a racist.
Why?
You're complaining about the show.
This show right here is not
All right,
the show.
can we do me
This
a
is not
favor?
part of the Super
I
Bowl.
have a bunch of other things that we have
I
to
came here
do.
for the Super Bowl experience. This is not part of the Super Bowl.
So don't come
Okay.
back.
This was not promoted.
So don't come back.
I love it. What bar? Does it say what bar it was? The bar owner. It does look like a cool bar, right? Got some hot women in there. You know, we should definitely find out who that bar is, so we can go check them out and be like, "What's up? We came in here just for a couple drinks for this." All right, so a small plane hits multiple vehicles in Georgia. This was due to the aircraft performing an emergency landing. Holy shit. Let's watch this. I hate when people do it this way. Film the right way, people. Look at all that. Wow. That's crazy. Hope is going to say, it was a Boeing. It was a Boeing. All right, so get this. Justin, Ilhan Omar is getting brutally exposed for her rapid net worth surge as she's got elected. I was doing a bit of research into Tim Mynett, Ilhan Omar's husband's various businesses and his live stream firm. It has no clients whatsoever. Let's hear this from Fox News.
Chad, thank you. And focus now. Kaylee McGee White, a Fox News contributor. Look, there's a whole lot of money on Capitol Hill, both sides of the aisle. And you could say that you want to follow all the money trail. Look at the Shush Fund years ago, where women were being quieted for some of the discrimination that was going on in the Hill. So we get that. This is a very specific case. Why is that?
Yeah, I was doing a bit of research into Tim Mynett, Ilhan Omar's husband's various businesses, and his investment firm. It has no known clients, no known investment deals. It doesn't even have an active SEC registration. And his winery, which is also purportedly making him millions of dollars per year, has no online presence. It has no marketable products available for purchase online. And get this, back in 2024, an investor into that winery actually sued Mynett and his business partners, alleging that they had fraudulently misrepresented the winery as a legitimate business operation. So yeah, maybe there's a version of events here in which, of course, all of this is conveniently timed with his wife's election to Congress and her growing considerable influence in the Democratic Party. And maybe there is a version of events in which Ilhan Omar and her husband have just been extremely fortunate. But in that case, you would think that Ilhan Omar might be a bit more appreciative for this country in the ways in which it's aided her success. But I look at these events and I think they have cracked the Hunter Biden playbook. And I think that there are many other people in Washington, D.C. who watched the success of the influence peddling scheme that the Biden family ran. And more importantly, they saw that the Biden family faced zero consequences for that scheme. And they decided to try and replicate the results themselves. So I do hope that James Comer is successful at cracking what is actually going on here, because I think that she's probably not the only one in Washington with some considerable wealth to answer for.
Look, that's exactly where I started. There's a whole lot of money on Capitol Hill. And
see, they're not going to do anything. They're not going to do anything, guys, because they know that when the Democrats get back in the office, they're going to do the same thing to the Republicans. And let's be real here. All politicians are doing something that they shouldn't be doing. Let's be real. We've known this forever. So that's why nothing's getting done. That's why nobody's been arrested. Because they don't want to be the first to arrest somebody because they know what's going to happen then. Oh shit! Next, the Democrats are running the show next year. Now we're in trouble, right? It's all about who has what on other people, and everybody has something on somebody else. Let's just be real. Let's just be real. Hold on, wait a minute. I'm trying to think.
Spoke to the
Let me see if I can find this clip real quick. Has anybody been watching the new oh my gosh, what is the show called? It's the new what was the Joe Rogan show? Fear Factor. What the guy said, House of Fear. The guy said, I work in quote, I work in politics. He said, I want to see if they have it. I work in politics, and I know power or something like that. His whole thing is talking about, I know how to be in power. House of Fears. They're not going to show it. Yeah, they're not going to show it in a clip. But there's a guy. This guy right here, this black dude. He works for a Democrat politician. Let's see. Democrat. Let's see something. What's the guy's name? Democrats primary. No. Fear Factor. House of Fear Democrat. What's that guy's name? Anyway, premise production. Let's see if they shows. See if they show the people on the show. Okay, here we go. Jalen Carmona, Tyler Blake. I don't even remember what this guy's name was. Robert Rass, Rodney, Kristen Downward, Jenny. What's his name? Rob? Jalen. Was it Jalen Carmona? Oh, no, that's a girl. Tyler Blake Hedrick. This person? Anyways, well, I guess I'm gonna. But that's what he said. He's like, I work for a Democrat congressman. Oh, how about this? Fear Factor contestant works for Congress. Because he said Congresswoman. I looked it up the other day too. Yeah, it's Alex. Here it is. He works for Jan Shakowski from Illinois. No, maybe is that not him? Let's see. Alex Moore. That's his name, right? Alex Moore, Fear Factor. Alex Moore. Damn it. Your contestant who works for a congresswoman. Now it's got to be pissed off. I got to figure out who it is. I thought his name was Alex. Communication, Prax, listener, Danielle, Dita, Ethan, Jalen, Jenny, Kristen, Lance, Rob, e-bike business owner, Rodney, Tyler, and Zach. He said the whole show. I'm gonna have to figure it out now. I'll show you guys tomorrow. Thought his name was Alex though. Interesting. Chelsea, Damien, Danielle. Okay, so Blake, he's a gay dude. Chelsea is a woman. Damien's a woman. Danielle, she's a woman. Dita is a guy soccer player. Or maybe it was Fear Factor. Maybe it was Fear Factor. Oh wait, I mean maybe it was Survivor. That's what it was. Survivor contestant. I get all these shows mixed up that I watch. Here we go. Alex Moore is a Survivor season who works for a Democrat congresswoman. Okay, that's what it is. YouTube. Go to YouTube. Sorry. I watch too many shows. Survivor. 49. Alex Moore. I work Congress. I know how to. What was the words I used a minute ago? I forget what words I used. It was like bully or something. Oh, well, I'll figure it out tomorrow. And I'll show it again. But anyway, so thousands of illegal aliens and non-citizens were just found to be registered to vote in Alabama, of all places, a red state.
3,000 registered voters in Alabama just got booted from the state voter rolls. That's after the Secretary of State, Wes Allen, ordered the removal of all non-citizens who were registered. But how did not
Oh, come on.
registered in the first place? WAFF 48's Nick Ballinger spoke to the Secretary of State to get to the bottom of this story. Nick?
Yeah, Margo, when I asked Secretary Allen how these people got registered to vote in the first place, he couldn't give me a clear answer just yet, saying it was still being investigated. But when he gave me a breakdown of how many there were in each county, the numbers were glaring. This is a list from Secretary of State Wes Allen of how many non-citizens were registered to vote in our counties. The state found 3,251 people. 742 of them were from North Alabama.
We got the information. We cross-checked it against our centralized data file here in the state of Alabama and found those 3,200 individuals.
The information he's talking about are people with alien registration numbers. Those are issued to immigrants who intend to live in this country permanently and have already applied for a green card. However, you're not eligible to vote with just an alien identification number.
Right.
When I asked Allen how 3,000 plus were able to register in the first place, he couldn't give me the answer.
But it's our belief that only American citizens should be allowed to vote. Non-citizens, whether they're legal or illegal immigrants, cannot register to vote. It's a federal offense.
To vote here.
It is a federal offense. And, you know, speaking of this, I was making a recording for tomorrow's live show or tomorrow's show on my other channel, Chasing Cuffs. And so this woman gets caught at at the airport with a fake ID. She's been overstaying her welcome. Watch this. What she starts talking about. She's like, what she says is this. She's like, oh, I got a business. I got a business, so I use the EIN from the business as my social security number, and that's how I get this. So listen to this.
They said at the what is it called? The place where you go for help. They say I could use a TIN number. There's ways to get around things, and that's issued to me and my name. Okay, so that's why it's me.
So she just said I can use a TIN number as ways to get around things, and so that's how she got an ID using her TIN number from a business she started.
Issued myself as a business, and that's how I obtained it. So I can use it as a social because that's the law. Okay. That's why it's not.
Wait a minute. Hold on. I got to replay this again real quick. Wait a minute. Did she say that because she knew she was expired, she started a business and used that and got the EIN number from that? Hold on. Is that what she said?
They said at the what is it called? The place where you go for help. They say I could use a TIN number. There's ways to get around things, and that's issued to me and my name. Okay. So that's why it's me. I issued myself as a business, and that's how I obtained it. So I can use it as a social because that's the law. Okay.
So she can use it as a social security number. So that's what this illegal alien did. She's using that as a social security number. Employee identification. Well, yeah, what's the TIN number then? Hold on, TIN number. The number 10 refers to the taxpayer identification number. That's it. A unique 9-digit number used by the IRS for U.S. tax purposes, serving as a unique identifier for individuals, entities, commonly being the social security number for the individual's employer identification number for businesses. It's essential for tax filings, financial transactions. So this woman is using her TIN number to get around the system, so she can get things, and because she's an illegal alien. That's another workaround that we got to do some research on, folks. We got to do some research on this. And sorry about the way I look. My headphones broke, and so I'm having to hold it in. That's what she said. All right, let's see where are we at now. Is this the same one or is this a new one? Oops, I hit the copy thing. Copy link. All right, here we go. So another independent audit was just conducted in Minnesota, and the investigators found over a dozen high-risk taxpayer programs, over $1 billion in new fraud. Let's
Lake,
see what this new
Minnesota,
fraud is.
Jackson
I'll be right
Purfirst
back.
joins
I
us
gotta help
now.
Donnie.
Mayor, welcome to you. So do please tell us, what have you uncovered there?
Thank you, Sandra. So we've seen just in the last recent month this fraud take off with federal investigators flooding the state of Minnesota, as this is a huge concern. Just last week, we had another third-party independent investigated auditing team audit the state of Minnesota, and they came up with 14 high-risk programs that could estimate up to another $1 billion in fraud alone. Fraud is impacting every citizen in the state of Minnesota, and especially city budgets. As Minnesota state government inflates their budgets, on top of the fraud, that shrinks the city's ability to be able to tax their citizens if we need to do a project just to operate.
Uh-oh, what did I just do? Gosh darn it.
Normal services in our communities.
So you and other mayors are banding together, and that number is apparently growing by the day. You're banding together. You're calling for accountability and reform. You want to clean up the state. But the governor of Minnesota, Tim Walz, says, there's nobody implicated in any of this. Nothing to see here. Well, hold on. Let me play this out. Listen here.
Just insane. And just think, if Minnesota and dumbass Somalians are getting this. Donnie, please. Pam says ITIN is the individual taxpayer identification number. Thank you, Pam. And they're using that now as illegal aliens. They just start up a business, and now they have this TIN number. So, just a joke. All right, so breaking news, Savannah Guthrie. Sorry. I had to walk for a minute. Says they're at an hour of desperation, calls on the public for help for a new video posted to her Instagram. We believe our mom is still out there. We need your help. What do you guys think about all this? Hope and I have a lot of questions. They're saying it has something to do with the Epstein files. Why would you do this from an old, take an old lady like this? What the hell is going on? There's something weird going on.
Hi there, everybody. I wanted to come on and just share a few thoughts as we enter into another week of this nightmare. I just want to say, first of all, thank you so much for all of the prayers and the love that we have felt, my sister and brother and I, and that our mom has felt. Because we believe that somehow, some way, she is feeling these prayers, and that God is lifting her even in this moment and in this darkest place. We believe our mom is still out there. We need your help.
You smell it, Jesse Smollett, huh?
Law enforcement is working tirelessly around the clock, trying to bring her home, trying to find her.
Yeah, I heard that
she was
the
taken
police
and
went
we
to
don't
her
know
house
where.
again today.
And we need your help. So I'm coming on just to ask you, not just
Something
for your
is
prayers,
definitely
but
fishy.
no matter where you are, even if you're far from Tucson, if you see anything, if you hear anything, if there's anything at all
What's up with
that
her eyebrows?
seems strange to you, that you report to law enforcement. We are at an hour of desperation.
Her eyebrows don't even
and
move.
We need your help.
Her eyebrows aren't even moving. Let's see if we can see some of the comments at the bottom. Seems very bleak, but I'll pray for a miracle. They weren't desperate before now. Something about the situation just feels off. She's quoting lines from Silence of the Lambs too, is she? Question I've had and not seen it addressed anywhere. What if the mother never even returned home Saturday night? Who's to say she would want entered? But how many times has an abductor yeah, let's see. Say they get taken all the time. This seems pretty strange to me. What is this?
We received your message and we understand.
RX and Cat, why does this whole seem like a psyop? Generally curious. How does her mom just disappear? Why isn't this on NBC? Why does she seem to be acting? Anyone else notice this? No tears, makeup on point. Yeah, your mom isn't there somewhere. We've been told over and over and over. Something is off with this situation. See, more people are thinking that way. Who is this Eddie? Hey, I'm doing stuff. I had, the news sometimes just gets so awful for me that it just makes me just, puts me in a bad place. So I got to take a step away from the news every once in a while. Why would she put it on Instagram? Why not do a full-blown plea to the media? That's how they do things nowadays. A couple of things have been forwarded last night. Her stepfather was involved with Epstein. 2, someone got fed up with false reporting and hate from your channel. 3, look close at yourself for answers. Something stinks, Professor Nez. Things don't add up. Hope everything works out. Let's see. Supposedly the mother was medically fragile and couldn't survive without her meds. It's just so, it reminds me of Sandy Hook dad laughing just before he stepped up to the lectern. There's just so much behind this. Hope says, I said I had questions when this began. I called this last week. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. How did they know she was taken? Yeah, there's nothing being told to us. I feel something is off with this whole entire thing. It reminds me of the Whitmer Fednapping case. Something isn't adding up. If it really is real, I truly hope she's returned and harmed, but I just can't help feel uneasy. Wait, your mother is missing, yet you get on social media with a straight face talking to people without shedding a single tear or showing any type of remorse for that matter. And it couldn't be me. I'd be more tore up. I'd be crying every day. Yeah, White Witch agrees with you, Hope. They're 50 miles from Mexico in the cartel. I do not trust this paid propagandist. Her job is literally to lie to us on a daily basis. This whole situation reeks of BS to me. This person says, it says in the Bible, if you preach hate, it will follow you. She has pissed off half the people in this country and is now asking for help. Don't count on any people. Don't forget when someone turns on them. I mean, no offense, but why does a journalist mom get this much attention? I was thinking about that too. I really was. Pam says, bet not a one of them ever gave a rat's ass about a single person killed by an illegal. Probably not, Pam. Probably not. So sorry for this family, but there are hundreds of other families across the country praying, right? I thought that the very first day too. Why is she getting so much attention? She's just a news reporter, right? I hate to even say this, but Savannah never looks distraught. It always looks like she's on the verge of smiling, or is it just me? What's up, Digglewarp? Digglewarp says, see if I can get to it. Hold on. Digglewarp says she was on a pacemaker for her heart, and when they said the device has been deactivated, doesn't that mean that her heart has stopped? Actually, no. It just means that it's so. My stepdad has one of those heart things. And he has to have it plugged in at all times, and every night it sends information. So that I think it just means that she didn't. She's not near her, the place where it's supposed to say, "Hey, there's information coming in." You know what I mean? John Duncan says she is suspicious to me. It seems to me, just my opinion, that she's trying desperately to say and do things like post this clip to make it look like she's not involved with her mother's disappearance. Just a gut feeling. Give me a damn break. This is beyond ridiculous at this point. This video is disturbing to say at least. If this were my mom, I sure as hell wouldn't give video after video of makeup perfectly done, etc. I don't understand. She said she would pay the ransom. The police are searching septic tanks and they searched the sister's house and still nothing. Doesn't make sense. Right? Total scam, I think. It is time to pay and get her mom back, but instead she is online telling the supposed captures, we are trying to find you. Yeah, that's always wise. I would put her and every family member to a lie detector test right now. What's the song from the Ghost? There's something strange in the neighborhood. Sister and hubby probably did it, says Digga. They're probably hiding in Digga's bra. Why did I read that one? Seeing people believe, look, we see how hard it has been on Savannah. I believe she or someone else in the family is involved. She was truly kidnapped. They would have taken her medication too. No, they wouldn't have. Amazing how you hated half the country and now you're in need of exposing the entire country to search like a reality show and request for all of America, including the ones you despise, to help you find your mother. A good point. Everybody says things. I just don't know what's going on. It's just, there's just too many questions, like Hope says. And so, I don't know. Hopefully we'll find out. Gross says it's a Jussie Smollett thing. I think it might be too. A jury just convicted an illegal alien of voter fraud, illegally voting in the 2024 election. I thought they said no illegals were voting in the elections. How does this happen?
Just convicted a woman in Massachusetts of voter fraud. Prosecutors say that she also stole more than $400,000 in federal benefits. White House correspondent Aisha Hasmi reports live from the North Lawn. Hi, Aisha.
Yeah, not one camera caught it.
Hey there, Martha. We're talking about a 59-year-old illegal immigrant who's been in the country for years, stole someone else's identity, and then voted in the 2024 presidential election. Take a look at this photo here. This is Lina Maria Arovio Hernandez. In this picture, you can see her, Martha, wearing that I voted sticker that we all get when we go to cast our ballots. She's also convicted of stealing $400,000, as you mentioned, in benefits. She apparently used her fake identity to obtain multiple state IDs and also a passport. So the president this morning, on Sunday, posted this on Truth Social. America's elections are rigged, stolen, and a laughingstock all over the world.
Yep.
Just convicted a woman in Massachusetts of voter fraud. Prosecutors say
they are. And I was thinking this today, there's so many, the Democrats have been, even though the Democrats win, cheat, we still win, right? He's almost out. Yeah, I'm not going to watch a manatee getting. Anyways, the House about to expedite the Save America Act this week, according to John Bloom. Let's see this. I don't want to watch
Homeland Security runs out on Friday.
I'm glad he's out.
Over the weekend, the Trump administration and congressional Democrats engaged in meaningful talks on a path forward. And Democrats have made their demands known in detail. Some of them are positive starting points for further discussion. Others are non-starters and unnecessarily tie the hands of law enforcement. In the coming days, the administration and Democrats will need to work out their differences. And I expect that the Trump administration, with the full backing of congressional
Let us know when they save them.
Will continue to resist any effort to make it harder for law enforcement to detain and deport dangerous illegal aliens, which is what many of the Democrats' demands would do. And I expect that the administration, again, with the backing of Republicans here in Congress, will insist on reforms of its own.
Don't forget
I
to hit
expect
that
that
like
those
button.
will include changes aimed at protecting federal law enforcement officers who are increasingly under threat from an organized and well-funded campaign to undermine immigration enforcement efforts. Equally important is addressing cooperation, or the lack thereof, between local and federal law enforcement. Too many jurisdictions prohibit local police from cooperating with immigration enforcement, a policy that not only defies common sense, but makes things more dangerous for everyone. And so I hope that my Democrat colleagues are prepared to talk about these and other issues. Mr. President, as in any good faith negotiation, there will be some back and forth. We've already seen the Trump administration act in good faith. Last week, Tom Homan announced an agreement to draw down 700 federal agents in Minnesota, something made possible thanks to increased cooperation from local law enforcement. The Trump administration has already said it will deploy body cameras to all officers deployed in Minneapolis. And as I've mentioned before, Republicans previously agreed to provide additional money for body cameras and de-escalation training for immigration and customs enforcement officers in a bipartisan, full-year Homeland Security bill. But Democrats reneged on that deal. Going forward, it's my hope that Democrats will work constructively and honor their commitments. because Republicans are serious about getting this funding bill done. That's one of the reasons we wanted to provide more time for negotiations. We're just a few days away from the deadline that Democrats chose, and it's very possible we won't have our work finished by then.
I don't get it.
The Democrats are serious about finding a solution here. They may need to find more time to bring these efforts to a productive conclusion. Mr. President, a government shutdown, even one that affects just one agency, is not in anybody's interest, least of all that of the hardworking Americans who staff these agencies and the American people who depend on their important work. As Roll Call reported, the Coast Guard is awaiting funding, and I quote, for new cutter and icebreaker ships, plus new helicopters and drones, not to mention higher spending on day-to-day missions, end quote, in the full-year bill.
They can get all those drug dealers.
DHS oversees cybersecurity missions. That, if not fully funded, would leave America vulnerable to cyber attack. FEMA is a DHS agency, and it needs certainty to be able to both prepare for and respond to natural disasters. And then there's the Federal Law Enforcement Training Center, which provides instruction for federal, state, local, and tribal law enforcement officers, not to mention for our own Capitol Police. So, Mr. President, I could go on about the important work that falls under the Department of Homeland Security and the need to pass a full-year bill to fund the entire department. But I'll leave it here, Mr. President. We need to keep working toward a solution. And if it's going to take longer than a few days, we need to provide the time necessary to finish the job.
We need to save act big time. Voter ID is very important. All right, liberal woman on TikTok says she's raising her daughter to be sexist against men. Oh, really? That's going to work out very well for your daughter. She's going to have a shitty life. Nobody's going to want to be around her.
I'm teaching my 5-year-old daughter to be a misandrist. If you didn't scroll after I said that, then let me tell you why I'm doing this and how. My daughter is going to grow up in a patriarchal society, just like I did as a millennial. And I want her to go into
looks like
the
she's
world
40 years old
with an inflated sense of self. Her doctors, her dentist, any sort of healthcare provider that we go to, I always make sure is a woman. I mostly listen to female artists out of preference. And the other day she asked me if men could be singers too. And I said yes. And I know the world is going to beat her down. And I want to make sure
you're just giving her
that
you're setting her up for disaster. I just know she's going to be put down, and no, she's not.
She doesn't take it, right?
You know, they say if you're looking for something bad to happen to you, you're going to find it. And that's what this woman's doing to her daughter.
So I've told her that women are smarter than men, that men take power, but women have innate power inside of us. But in society, we don't always have as much power. And I've told her that women are better leaders. She did tell me that she told her dad that women are smarter than men, that girls are smarter than boys. And she told me, well, Dad, how's smart? I'm divorced. If you can't tell.
Obviously, you just hate men is all it is.
I'm teaching my 5-year-old daughter to be a misandrist.
You know,
if you didn't,
some comedian said a long time ago, you know, you have to be, you have to get a license to go fishing, but any dumbass can have a fucking kid, right? This is the example right here. This is the example right there. How to legally stiff arm interest rates. So I wanted to read this. This looked interesting to me. Let's see what they're saying about interest rates. If you're sick of watching interest charges devour your paycheck like a starving pit bull on a steak, pay attention, because we're going to talk about the closest thing to free money the banks have ever been forced to cough up. A handful of cards are handing out 0%. Oh, you know what? This is a commercial. That's right. They have a credit card to give out. I forgot. That's right. I should have never clicked that link. I get stuck. I get hit with those sometimes too. So this is a surveillance video shows the burglar breaking into a Pennsylvania gas station using a stool. Though police joke the suspect seemed confused which end to use. Officers say the break-in led to an effective but amateur theft of nicotine vape cartridges. All this to steal vape cartridges. What a dumbass. Apparently they got in. They don't show the part where they got in. Fucking vape cartridges. I guess their nicotine addiction was on point, or are they just trying to make money off of it? All right, a win for the rule of law and vindication for the U.S. Constitution. Under the previous administration, temporary protected status was abused to allow violent terrorists, criminals, and national security threats into our nation. TPS was never designed to be permanent, yet previous administrations have used it as a de facto amnesty program for decades. Given the approved situation in each of these countries, we are also concluding what was intended to be a temporary designation. So what does it say? Has entered a partial judgment vacating the Secretary of Homeland Security's termination of the temporary TPS. The TPS statute permits Secretary of Homeland Security to designate a foreign state for TPS when nations of that state cannot return there safely due to armed conflict, natural disaster, or other temporary conditions. National TPS, blah, blah, blah. TPS holders are eligible for work authorization and protection from removal while their home country remains designated. Periodically, the Secretary shall review the conditions of the foreign state for which its designation is in effect and shall determine whether the conditions for the designation could be designation continue to be met. If the Secretary finds the conditions are no longer met, she shall terminate the designation by publishing notice to the Federal Registrar of Determination. This case involves TPS designation for Nepal and Honduras and Nicaragua. In 2025, the Secretary terminated TPS designations for all three countries. In this class action, plaintiffs asserted statutory constitutional challenge. Wait a minute, this doesn't even sound like it. The district court can determine the decisions violated the Administrative Procedure Act and entered a final judgment vacating the terminations. The government, what the, this is, they must have put up the wrong paper or something like that. What did she put up? This doesn't make sense. It just says they terminated it. No, I don't know. Maybe I'm reading it wrong. Maybe I'm reading it wrong. I hope I'm reading it wrong, but it sounds to me like they're taking away her. I don't know. I must be reading it wrong. All right, a big win for President Trump. Federal judge blocks California's new law mandating ICE agents remove their masks. I mean, I can't. Who would have even believed that this should because federal Trump state, right? Read the U.S. Constitution. This is illegal. Well, good. Fuck California. I can't wait to get out of this shithole. I really can't. I really can't. Oh no. What did I do? Copy. Let's see if it'll work. That's what I gotta do now. Come on. There we go. This should work. All right, you can't believe this is a real drag queen who performs for kids opposes bill that would ban minors from drag show. Oh my gosh.
Understands how love. There are zero proven statistics showing that children are harmed from going to drag shows. As a woman of God,
look at the people in there. Look, I mean, look at this person. That's disgusting. Disgusting. Look at him.
And someone who understands how drag spreads love and joy, and children always leave laughing and happy, I ask you to please oppose this bill. I have performed at all ages events. The following directions are always given to me when I do these shows. Please keep sexually explicit content out of your songs and performances. Please choose age-appropriate songs, so no cursing or hateful messages. We understand the seriousness of keeping children safe as much as you do. If you haven't been to an all-ages show, I'd recommend it, so you can have a moment of shared laughter as you watch a drag queen do a crunchy cartwheel to Let It Go from Frozen. There are zero proven statistics showing that...
What a fucking... And these people are really just disgusting. Why do you have to show that to kids? All right, here we go. So this is going to be a long video. It's, what is it, like 14 minutes long? or 20 minutes long. But so you guys remember the Providence, Rhode Island, when they the guy, the active shooter at the campus there at Brown University? Well, they had now released all the body cam footage. So it says, content warning, this video contains distressing material that may be traumatizing for some viewers. Viewer discretion is advised. So we're going to play it now. So once again, viewer discretion is advised. If you don't know, now you know. So I haven't seen this yet. What does it say? Let's see. When is it going to start playing? Oh, here we go. The body cam footage sometimes doesn't start off right away with sound. Oh, they're not playing the sound. Oh, here we go.
This is an active shooter situation. All right, dispatch, be advised. It's an active shooter situation. Hey, Bobby, please. My also stated that they had about 6 other victims on the Hope Street side of the Department of Physics building. All right, dispatch. We're gonna have to set an outside command. We should arrest me to stage in a safe location so we can start executing people at the back of this building. What's that street? Hope Street.
They are sure cutting out a lot of the audio.
All right. Please station. Has anybody made it to that room 166 yet?
If I get in trouble on YouTube, fuck them. They're cutting out all the bad stuff anyways. It's like watching the Epstein files.
We've had this locked since we get this. All right, so this is good. Yes. Right. Let's keep this locked down. Yeah. Dispatch, anybody in the real-time crime time and get us some cameras? All right, 166 is going to be any good. On their first floor, auditorium's clear.
Yeah, they're blurring anything bad out.
At the end of the corridor. Are they? All right, let's get. All right. What building? 155 front. 155 front. All right, let's get those students. That back door. All right, we're sending all victims and anybody that's be able to walk. We're sending out the back towards Hope. Somebody start staging rescues off the back of this building.
Almost everything's redacted. Pretty much everything's redacted on this thing. Look at this. I don't even know why we're watching this. It's all black. There we go. Here's sound at least.
All right, stay by. We got to continue to make sure the shooter is not in this building still, all right? Continue to do a systematic search of this building. Shut down all traffic on Hope. What's this street? Brook. Shut down all traffic on Hope and Brook. In the front and the back of this building, we need to shut traffic down. Has anybody made it to an upper floor in this building yet? Has anybody made it to an upper floor? We're working our way around that back hallway. Horseshoe style building, first floor, we're behind the auditorium. 44, room 166. Multiple rooms. 166. All right, 166. Are they
and be able to walk out. All right, let's keep that corridor clear going into the back door on Hope. All right, make sure we keep officers in that hallway. Hold on going to the second floor until we have everybody in place, all right? Is anybody at the second floor? We can go up. We're going to clear this.
Going to bed, Digga?
Hold on the basement.
Good night, Digga.
Stop going to a second floor. Find a second floor. Joe, you at the second floor. Hey, let's go. Hey, Harrington, let's make this our second floor.
This is, and this is kind of a bad thing too. It's basically showing active shooters how the police work during an active shooting event.
Is that the building we're in now, or do we got a second location? Fuck.
115 Mormon, possible suspect, second floor.
Info coming from? Can we get some officers over?
What building are we in?
15 Mormon, second floor.
There you go. Right.
Yeah, this way.
So they're blurring out officers.
We gotta just keep searching this building.
Right.
Now they show them.
Second floor.
Get that car in the air.
Every rescue house, we have multiple victims. Who's witnessing to the basement? 4 minutes to check the over the ground. Get multiple prominent police. Second floor. Who's witnessing to in the basement? Right in the basement.
Hold on.
Somebody to the basement.
Call are you? Keep calling. Stay there.
Shooter was 92 in the basement.
Content, get his hold on. What do you got? All right, coming up. You got a weapon? All right. Come towards me, sir. Come towards me. Do you have any weapons on you? No. Turn around. Okay. All right, I'm moving forward. Watch this.
That's good, Hope. Good for the manatee.
Anybody down with you? Did you hear any shots? All right. Okay. Okay. Hold this spot. All right, hold on. Nothing on you, ready? All right. Did you hear any shots fired?
John, where are you?
All right, wait. Hold this.
Near the maintenance room.
I got it. All right, disregard that. We got that. It's a, well, upstairs, go.
10-1, no suspect, just victim. Receive, carry on.
Yeah, we have no suspect yet. Any more information on that location?
So this must be some of the guys in charge.
Room 165 is in check.
Hey, Panda.
Yes, room 165 was checked. All right, we're conducting a systematic here for more, for the suspect and or victims. So everybody in this initial building, continue to conduct a systematic search, right? Just be careful, blue on blue. All right. You good, right?
Yes.
Don't go back into the building. Dispatch.
We're not operation. This comes after multiple civilian cameras are not prompting growing concerns.
Over that Waterman. So we
place
this building.
31, myself, 33, and 1 Waterman, Bristol.
Dispatch, be advised too. You have large scale events going on at different locations in the city, especially the convention center and the
He's Italian. He talks with his hands.
Just send it out. All right, do we have any officers on the second floor of this building? Dispatch also, any SRU member that's not yet. I need any SRU member that's not yet. Blue!
This doesn't seem very professional, does it?
Hey, push across the street. You got to get off this street.
Yeah, there's an
Hey,
active shooter.
who's
Let's
down
stand
there?
on the sidewalk and watch.
Hey, let's get these people. Let's get these rescues in. Let's get them to a rescue. Where do we stage and rescue? We're carrying people.
Yeah, I think you're right, Creed.
6 rescues, Waterman and Thayer.
Waterman and Thayer.
Hey, LT.
Yeah. Yeah, go. Hit. All right, go. Put on a rescue and go. Hey, be advised, we're out of the hospital. Let it go. We're transporting via police vehicle now too.
So an ambulance didn't even show up. They're transporting the people that got shot in a police vehicle.
How are we going on the search on the 2nd and 3rd floors of this building? All right, as of right now, with the absence of better information, we're going to go with this. Shooter might still be in this building, so use caution, all right? Police. Sorry. Get out. Use your cars. Use your brown cars. We can't get them in. How many more do we have in here? All right.
This is just really out of whack.
I'm on the 1st. Just keep working those teams you had. Keep working the 2nd and 3rd floor until we clear this building. All right, we're pulling the back. We're transporting via rescue or patrol car.
Yeah.
Which hole? What's the building? Dallas and Holly.
I thought the person in charge is supposed to stay outside and let everybody inside do the work.
Hey, can we get rescues to Hope and Waterman? Hope and Waterman, we need rescues. If we haven't locked it down yet, lock Waterman. Lock down Hope. For Hope and Waterman, we need rescues.
Hope, we gotta lock you down.
Hey, right, Hope and Waterman, right? Yeah. All right, get them up there. Dispatch, for the rescue stage right now.
You want them to go right to the hospital?
Yeah. Say it again. Thayer and what?
Waterman.
Thayer and Waterman. Get them to Thayer and Waterman to the rescue. If you're not... All right. Listen, I will secure... You secure Hope and Waterman. Go. Hope and Waterman secure. They can go over there, all right? We're going to carry the that way. So we clear this
Now
building.
he just changed where they're going to take the
building,
victims.
so it's going to take a little while. Any more information on additional shooters coming in? Or additional shootings? Any information you have off the people? All right, if you're already moving to the hospital, go.
I don't know what was checked and what wasn't. I was in with them.
All right, so we got to slow it down now. We don't have any stimulus, right, to drive to? Okay. Let's start. You 4. Start clearing this hallway.
Yeah, this thing's like they're all over the place.
Harrington on the 2nd or 3rd floor of this building. How are we making the search of this building?
This just doesn't make sense the way he's doing
any
everything.
luck with cameras either via Real-Time Crime Center or Brown University on any of the exits of this building?
LT, I have personnel out here. You want us up here? You want us to hold the basement? What do you want us?
Listen, if the basement hasn't been searched yet, all right, I'll send additional officers in there. We'll conduct simultaneous searches to make sure we have any more that we can get up. Basement.
Any rescue personnel you need, let me know. You will send them automatically.
All right, we secured Hope and Waterman. That's secure. I sent 2 cops up there. Right?
How many fucking times are you gonna say Hope and Waterman?
Carry anybody that can't walk. Yeah, at least. You guys want to check the basement or at least one here. You guys want to help in the basement?
Jonas is in the real-time crime center. I'm on the way to the scene. I'll link up with Brown PD, start watching video.
He's just telling random officers to go here, go there, without any plan.
Let's confirm that is right now. I'll stay in here.
Like he just told her to go to the basement, and she's still sitting right there.
Search the basement. Oh, we got plenty of people in the basement.
Like, she looks scared as hell. She's not gonna do anything.
All right, very good. I think SRU guy to answer up right now too. One SRU guy to answer up that's not on scene. No.
What the fuck are they blurring out?
Yeah, get whatever you can get us. Listen, we're gonna send a rescue task force into room 166. Have rescue go to Waterman and Hope. Yeah. We'll rally up with them, and we're gonna get rescue into room 166. We have in there. All right, hey, start grabbing. If they have a rescue task force with them, get them into room 166 so they can look at these. I think they're most.
These guys do not have any plan whatsoever.
You guys, you work that. Hey, get them into room 166. Yeah, 166 is here.
Industrial shop back.
We gotta go up. All right, blue. Continue to search up. Hey, we're looking for the suspect. We're also looking for additional victims, all right? So take your time.
No wonder they didn't catch anybody. This is so out of whack. Like, nothing is controlled here. This is a joke, what's going on here with these officers. Aren't they supposed to do search patterns and grid patterns and stuff like that? I hear nothing of that sort here.
Unsubstantiated.
Room 165 was cleared.
No, not room 1. All right, right now we're only dealing with this address, correct? We have other calls coming in this vicinity. Yeah, let's go.
We have one call street for drug guys who hit their panic button, trying to them.
All right, we're starting to move rescue in. Hey, if
Finally
you're
got the
searching this
ambulances
building,
there.
continue to search. Rescue's going in the back door. They're going to go right to room 166. If you have any additional victims, get us that room and we'll get rescue to them. All right, hey, you guys are with these guys, right? Yep, you're their security. Correct. Stay with them. Right there, 166. Hey, to that door is.
I don't think this guy knows what he's doing.
We went through, cleared the machine shop, cleared the second floor.
To that, is there access to that building?
No, there was no access.
Let's stay.
It's clear.
Let's keep bodies in here for right now till fire starts people out. Actually, you two, go make sure those doors are locked. Make sure we didn't get into an elevated position. Here. Hey, if inside, continue to search. Search and search again.
Check that building that they said.
Right, until we get better information, we're just running around with our tails to our head.
Palms are us. This is from. This was when the active shooter was at Brown University. They finally came out with the body cam footage, and it's just showing us how stupid these cops were. There's nothing coordinated here at all.
Where are we at right now?
Building name?
Barris and Holly.
Barris and Holly. Barris and Holly. Do you know the exact address?
Yeah.
Hey, anybody in that initial building? We're in building Barris and Holly, all right? Barris and Holly. But you got to come up with your location.
Third floor, then.
All right, third floor. Hey, stay right with this officer. All right, third floor, Barris and Holly's being searched now.
What a joke.
All right, let's set up security for them. Entrance is into this room, right? How are we making out the basement?
Okay, we're about to make entry. We're on the far side, back side.
Right? Just be careful, blue on blue, right? A lot of cops walking around.
A couple more hallways. Someone knows we're teaming up now, getting ready to go in.
All right, As of right now, we have no information as to who this person might be. So
yeah, because you went in there all just
this is still active.
Guns blazing, just stupid. You didn't have a plan.
We encounter, we're gonna send them the way we came in, that back hallway. We'll run them up. Any information from any
We're not getting anything right now, no.
Lieutenant, I don't want to interrupt you. What do you want? SWAT guys that are showing up to me.
Part of the building. We'll rally up at the front of the building. I need you to break one guy off and go get the armored vehicle.
What a joke. Let's see what people are saying here. This is how incompetent they are. Here you see right away. How are the administrative officials there not in jail yet for their incompetence? When diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives oversee campus security. Let's see. Seems like they needed more people than that. The university has world-class resources. Somehow had multiple cameras completely out. Yeah. Yeah, of course the footage shows nothing. Freaking... They're not heroes. They were so uncoordinated. It's not even funny. Yes, it's very redacted. What a joke. They were not prepared for an active shooter on that campus whatsoever. Whatsoever. All right, Megyn Kelly just dropped a truth nuke on the NFL Bad Bunny halftime show. Let's see.
I'm sorry, Piers, but to get up there and perform the whole show in Spanish is a middle finger to the rest of America. Who gives a damn that we have 40 million Spanish speakers in the United States? We have 310 million who don't speak a lick of Spanish. This is supposed to be a unifying event for the country, not for the Latinos, not for one small group, but for the country. We don't need a black national anthem. We don't need a Spanish-speaking, non-English performer, and we don't need an ICE or America hater featured as our primetime entertainment.
Okay, what is the national language, officially, the national language of the United States of America?
I mean, English. And there's been a push for many years to make it an official,
you don't have one.
Documented thing.
You don't have one.
If you would have let me finish my comment, I would have pointed that out, that people have been pushing to make it official.
Okay,
right,
so you're trying to make official.
This attitude that you have right here is why you in Great Britain have lost your culture. You ceded your culture to a bunch of radical Muslims who came in and took over, and now it's gone. We're not allowing that here. Whether it's Hispanic, whether it's Muslim, it's not happening in the United States of America. That's why President Trump was elected. And whether it's Bad Bunny, who is American but refuses to speak English in his performances, or anybody else, we have to keep the Super Bowl, which is a quintessential American event. Football, that kind of football, is ours. They call it American football. And the halftime show and everything around it needs to stay quintessentially American. Not Spanish, not Muslim, not anything other than good old-fashioned American apple pie. There should be a meatloaf, maybe some fried chicken.
We never did,
an
Creed.
English-speaking performer. That's what the Super Bowl should be.
It's not official. We don't have an official language in the United States. Everybody's supposed to speak English, but it's not an official language. They need to make it the official language is what they need to do. Woman at a Hillsburg, California City Council meeting drops receipts claiming every member is getting paid off to pass legislation to approve permits. Oh, this should be good. Film the right way, too, lady.
You all are aware because I did report it to the Fair Political Practices Commission, but you guys were all paid off, and I can show you were paid off. And Mr. Levine has a tremendous lawsuit against you all. So, Mr. Hagley, how is it that you launched, Summit State Bank launched a cannabis pilot program in 2022 when you approved Measure M, the cannabis tax, and then you gave a cannabis permit to Jane, who was a client as of 2022 with Summit? And that's in the application. It says, oh, they're guaranteed to have a banking relationship in Healdsburg already because they're with Summit. And you guys were in a financial deficit due to the pandemic. So you literally were paid off. And then Ms. Kelly got paid off by Soulful and Jane. They donated to her assembly campaign. So that is a violation of the Levine Act. So basically, I'm here today. I had to drive, an hour and a half to tell you to act right, because if you don't revoke the 2 permits from Jane and Soulful, I'm gonna have to do what I do, which is protest you guys, which we've seen that. I made the news in Texas.
Yeah, you do.
Protest the dispensaries. I'm happy to shut them down too. And also, who's involved in all this? Supervisor James Gore seems to be involved in tremendous fraud tied to Eli Melrod with Soulful. So I've been writing about.
Okay, see, this is a lie. They said she brought receipts. Where's the receipts? I haven't seen the proof. Show me the real proof. Don't just say, oh, I can say anything, right? I can say anything, and it just, you're supposed to believe it. So the black woman in the white Nissan opened fire on pro-ICE counter-protesters. She then got out to berate and attack them, smashing one of their phones. She then shared a video claiming she was the victim. Let's see this. This should be good. It looks like it's in Portland.
Let's go, boys!
Oh, yeah, that's Portland.
Oh, here she comes. We're on the horn. Damn.
There's a water bottle right there.
Man, you're triggered, aren't you?
Oh, look at that, look at that, look at that.
Oh, it's not a real gun.
With a BB gun.
And she's going down the wrong
It's a BB gun.
She just shot me in the face with a fucking BB gun.
478.
She just shot me in the face with a BB gun, bro.
She's shooting a BB gun.
Yep.
I was gonna say, I thought it was a real gun.
I hope she comes back. I'm popping with this when she goes by, bro. I'm popping. She just shot me in the fucking face with a BB gun, bro.
Yeah, I heard it.
She shot me in the arm like 3 times with the BB gun, and it hit me in the side of the face right now. Oh, I thought it was a real gun. Boom, boom, boom.
No, that would have been louder.
Thought it was a real gun. Shut the fuck up.
I thought it was a real gun. It looked like a real gun. Hey, can you guys clip her?
Yep.
You guys gotta clip her license plate and everything.
Miss
I
Mary.
hope she comes back by. Holy fucking chipping out.
Miss Mary, can you please clip that if you're watching this?
That's why you're sitting here mad.
She's chipping out.
You want to be.
She's chipping out. Me what?
Was it a plastic BB?
You drank too much.
Nasty ass bitch.
You've drank too much. You are drinking too much. Don't touch me. Don't fucking touch me.
You're an evil ass son of a bitch.
How much have you drank tonight? How much have I don't think so.
It's fuck ice.
I don't think
and
so.
fuck every Nazi ass, Gestapo ass, pink dick ass bitch that can't stay hard enough to impregnate his cousin to continue his bloodline.
They said it was a BB gun. I don't know.
What?
Yo,
You're not going to sell boots.
Stupid whore. What you doing? You are. You're doing the whore. You're a stupid whore. You smell like fish. Nobody would pay for you. Nobody would pay for you. Over your perfume, I can smell the trout. I can smell the trout over the perfume. I can smell the trout over the perfume. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Dumbasses. They made it seem like it was much more. Is that Jasmine Crockett?
Shout out Arturo! I love you, Arturo!
That can't stay hard enough to impregnate his
If was a Nazi, you wouldn't be yelling at him.
bitch.
Watch out! They got a free D over here! Hey! Stop! You're trying to steal.
Oh, now she starts crying.
You're triggered, aren't you?
Oh, look at that, look at that, look at that.
Oh shit, she just shot me with
I don't know if
BB
that's a
gun.
metal BB or what.
Look at that, look at that.
Oh shit, she just shot me with a BB.
So I just woke up to MAGA doxing me. Mind you, this is what they did to my face. This is what they did to me.
I didn't see anybody hit you. I didn't see it. Did you see anybody?
And now they're doxing me all over the internet, and they did this to me. Look at my face. I have second-degree burns all over my face. I can't even move my face. I did not attack anyone. I didn't hurt anybody.
Really?
All I did was move his camera, and he attacked me. Look at what he did to me. They vandalized my car. They kicked a dent in my car. They threw water bottles at me, threw water at me.
Because you were shooting him with some
And now
type
they're
of a
all in my
BB gun.
comments calling me the N-word, being racist as hell. Like, fuck Nazis, fuck all of you.
Oh, it's all their fault. It's their fault. I only saw her driving by fucking with them. Plastic surgery can fix that. Well, maybe. Yeah, gross, just fuck around and find out, right? Ugh, fucking liberals. It's everybody else's fault. All right, the House is about to pass the Save, or about to vote to pass the Save America Act and send it to the Senate. And Representative Brandon Gill expects every Republican to vote yes. He's right. No excuses. Voter ID. Let's see what's going on here.
I expect every Republican in the House to vote for the SAVE Act. This is something we've been talking about for a long time. And, you know, I think it's particularly relevant after 4 years of Joe Biden letting in 15 million plus illegal aliens into the country. What we want to say is simply that only if you are an American citizen should you be voting in American elections. You know, a core part of national sovereignty is the ability to determine that only our people, only the people who have full allegiance to America and its institutions should be voting. And remember that every time an illegal alien votes in American elections, that waters down or disenfranchises American citizens who should have sole representative power in this country. This is something that the vast majority of Americans agree with, and we're going to get it passed. I expect every Republican in the House to vote for the SAVE Act. This is something we've been.
Then we got to hope the Senate passes it. All right, so this was Ghislaine Maxwell's deposition today. So this is what happened in her deposition today. Let's see it.
Ms. Maxwell, were you a close friend and confidant of Jeffrey Epstein?
I would like to answer your question, but on the advice of counsel, I respectfully decline to answer this question and any related questions. My habeas petition is pending in the Southern District of New York. I therefore invoke my right to silence under the Fifth Amendment to the U.S. Constitution.
Let the record reflect that Ms. Maxwell has invoked the Fifth Amendment against self-incrimination. Ms. Maxwell, please be very clear. Are you declining to answer the question put to you solely on the ground that you believe the answer will incriminate you?
I invoke my Fifth Amendment right to silence.
Ms. Maxwell, did you at any time play any role in Jeffrey Epstein's activities involving the recruitment, grooming, or trafficking of young women?
Is that her attorney?
Or girls?
I invoke my Fifth Amendment right to silence.
Let the record reflect that Ms. Maxwell has invoked the Fifth Amendment against self-incrimination. Ms. Maxwell, please be very clear. Are you declining to answer the question put to you solely on the ground that you believe the answer will incriminate you?
Never watched Saturday Night Live. So
I invoke my Fifth Amendment right to silence.
Ms. Maxwell, have you ever coerced, directed, or otherwise instructed any young woman or girl to provide sexual favors to Mr. Epstein or any other individual?
I invoke my Fifth Amendment right to silence.
Let the record reflect that Ms. Maxwell has invoked the Fifth Amendment against self-incrimination. Ms. Maxwell, please be very clear. Are you declining to answer the question put to you solely on the ground that you believe the answer will incriminate you?
I invoke my Fifth Amendment right to silence.
Ms. Maxwell, did you and Jeffrey Epstein attempt to surround yourselves with influential individuals to curry favor and shield yourselves from potential scrutiny?
I invoke my Fifth Amendment right to silence.
Let the record reflect that Ms. Maxwell has invoked the Fifth Amendment against self-incrimination. Ms. Maxwell, please be very clear. Are you declining to answer the question put to you solely on the ground that you believe the answer will incriminate you?
I invoke my Fifth Amendment right to silence.
Ms. Maxwell, Can you please provide us with all the names of other additional co-conspirators to the crimes perpetuated by you and Jeffrey Epstein?
I invoke my Fifth Amendment right to silence.
Let the record reflect that Ms. Maxwell has invoked the Fifth Amendment against self-incrimination. Ms. Maxwell,
sounds like
please be very clear. Are you declining to answer the question put to you solely on the ground that you believe the answer will incriminate you?
I invoke my Fifth Amendment right to silence.
Ms. Maxwell, is it your intention to answer every question put to you by the committee today with the assertion of your Fifth Amendment right against self-incrimination?
I invoke my Fifth Amendment right to silence.
The answer to that is yes also. So just as her lawyer, I'll tell you, yes, that's her intention.
Wow. Man, don't you wish, I always wished I could be a mind reader. I really wish I could. Want to know what's going on inside these people's fucking heads and get the truth. All right, so this is from the Steel Union, and it looks like a pretty good video, so let's watch it.
Steel built this country from our bridges and buildings to our factories and families.
I've worked in a steel mill for over 30 years. This job puts food on the table, sent my kids to school, and provides for my family.
Steel jobs also support entire communities. When we thrive, Main Street thrives.
95% of Americans agree a strong U.S. steel industry matters because steel is the backbone of our great economy. It's about quality, pride, security, and American jobs.
President Trump, your steel tariffs are working. Since first announced tariffs in 2018, our industry has invested over $25 billion in U.S. growth and modernization, creating thousands of new jobs and increasing production capacity.
Thanks to your steel tariffs and the working families tax cuts, we're just getting started. More projects, more jobs, more American steel.
Don't stop now. We need you to keep standing strong for us.
And the American people are behind us. 95% support policies that protect our jobs, while 92% support rebalancing trade to make it fairer for Americans.
And we're not asking for a handout.
We're asking for policies that level the playing field.
Let us compete.
Let us build. And let us lead.
Thank you for your leadership, President Trump. Steel built America. Let's keep America steel strong.
Nice. I like it. That was a good one. You worked in a steel last meal, Gra? Interesting. Interesting. All right. John, whatever, lays out the case that Epstein was a Mossad asset. Oh, this is that guy who used to be a spy. Remember, have you guys seen him around? I've seen him
I've
on
maintained from the very beginning that this has Mossad written all over it. Mossad is incredibly active on U.S. soil. Jeffrey Epstein bore all the hallmarks of an Israeli access operation. Besides the fact that he's Jewish, his relationship with Ghislaine Maxwell, whose father was also a Mossad agent, leads me to believe that they kept it all in the family. The source of his wealth is still not clear. We don't know where that money came from. It couldn't all have come from Les Wexner. And so I believe he was probably an Israeli intelligence agent. And his job was to get the most important people into compromising positions, say with underage girls maybe, and to be able to hold it over them so you could extort information that you could then pass back to the Israelis, who would then continue to fund you and to finance your lifestyle. I've maintained from the very beginning.
Or Democrats. Or Democrats. Don't forget the Democrats and Republicans maybe even too. Who the hell knows? All right. So Ayanna Pressley, you know, it's the milk dud head lady. She went from like zero money to like $8 million after she got elected, and so they hit her up today and asked her
and now
about
you're
it.
reporting, Congresswoman. You're here today talking about affordability. What do you have to say to Americans who are concerned about the fact that you went into Congress with a negative net worth and now you're reportedly worth over $8 million? No comment?
I wish you people would stop reporting fake news. You don't know anything about me and my life. I was raised in a single-parent home. Every single thing my family and I have, we have earned. And you are reporting fake news. And you should be asking, well, do your homework. That's how you get clarity.
What should I be asking?
You should do your homework, and that's how you get clarity, okay? That's how you get clarity. Do your homework.
You're knocking capitalism, but isn't that...
Thank you. You can take this card from me. Thank you. What was your name?
Allison, thank you so much. Congresswoman, you're here today talking about
must be her
affordability.
assistant.
What do
Her
you have to say
assistant's
to
kinda cute.
Americans who are concerned about the fact...
Her hair looks. Oh my god! I gotta stop reading gross stuff out before I fucking say it. All right, former ESPN anchor Sage Steele on the Bad Bunny halftime show. Let's see what they're saying here. Not a lot of people liked it.
Said President Trump. So here's what Piers Morgan said. Couldn't disagree more, Mr. President. I absolutely loved Bad Bunny's halftime show. Amazing, best in Super Bowl history? Question mark.
No
Theater,
way.
choreography, great energy, very unifying message, he said. Oh, and Spanish is the first language for 50 million plus Americans, Sage.
And guess what? It is not the first language of the United States of America. Unfortunately, President Trump had to make that very clear by signing an executive order a year ago. Like, that's comical. The only thing I agree with Piers there on is the creativity. I did think it was super creative, and those were actual people. I didn't know that. Yeah. But at the end of the day, this is a celebration of us and of our country. That does not mean we are racist. I see that out there all over social media. If you didn't like this, then you're racist. Just stop playing the race card. No, it is that it's being shoved down our throats. And I guarantee you, this wouldn't happen on a national stage in any other country where they intentionally bring someone in who is choosing to say, I don't care. I don't care about the demographic of what this is. So this isn't on Bad Bunny. This is on the NFL and who they choose to do business with, who are making these decisions. But it was intentional, and I love that Turning Point's going to keep doing what they're doing. Imagine, as Andrew said, having an entire year to plan for this. But it's unfortunate, because even if he was speaking and preaching peace and love, who knew? Not the demographic of football.
Yeah. The other 300 million people who didn't understand what was going on. We're waiting for the...
What a joke. That was just a big fuck you to America, wasn't it? Having some guy who none of the songs speak English. Oh, this guy rips apart the Jim Crow. Okay, listen. These people need to fucking film in the right direction. Damn it.
Okay, you can't get a bank account, you can't get a job, you can't fly, you can't get a loan, you can't buy tobacco, you can't buy alcohol, you can't even sign up for government benefits unless you have an ID. But somehow, when it comes to voting, it is going to limit the ability for people to vote, or they may not have an ID. And you're going, really? But these are the same people that wanted to move alcohol and tobacco from 18 to 21, and you had to show a proof of ID. I don't get it. You can't argue with crazy, but that's exactly what they sound like.
It's racist. All you got to do is say racist. That way, you've been caught stealing tons of money. Racist. Everything is fucking racist with these people. So listen to this. This leftist judge, just slashed a 65-year recommended prison sentence in half for a rapist. Let's hear.
But Judge Davis thought the jury's recommendation was too long. She feels he hasn't mentally matured yet and never had a real shot at getting any help early in life.
But if you were to come in here and instead of being hurt and angry, which is what this court hears, right, as a 20-year-old African-American male that has been, experienced this society, etc., and you would show that, yes, okay, this is the situation, this is who I am, I don't want to be this person anymore. I don't want to be in jail for forever.
Thompson repeatedly stated he did not care, not about his sentence, the victim, or her family. But Judge Davis emphasized she's the one that holds the pen, and regardless of what the media may think, she applies the law. To her, 65 years was an extremely long time. As she puts it, it's his whole life, one she doesn't believe should be spent entirely behind bars.
This court does not believe that Mr. Thompson, if given the resources that he can get while incarcerated, is beyond being rehabilitated.
Wow. So because he was black, he was black, well, he shouldn't get that long. You did the time, right? Okay, so anyways, the ransom deadline for Nancy Guthrie has officially expired, with the authorities confirming that no payment has been made. I thought she cared about their mom. She's got the money, pay the ransom, right? Still way too fishy. Way too fishy. Let's talk about these Olympians who went up on stage and brought Americans down.
Why do some athletes find it necessary to do this?
Yeah, thank you so much for having me on. Let me just say this to these woke skiers or athletes. Take off the uniform. You're there on an all-expense paid trip to live out virtually every other American's dream, which is to represent their country that they love. Most of us love this place a lot. We don't need you. Take off the uniform. It's a privilege to do this. And we certainly don't need you on foreign soil when you're fighting in a team sport representing the United States of America to trash on and dog on our flag. Whatever happened to just, I'm here to play the sport. Right. I'm here to sing the song. Yeah, I'm here to play, to dribble the ball. Whatever happened to that? Right. And it's you don't have, you can just say no. You can just say hold up, that's not what I'm here to talk about, right?
Right. And on
if
that
you
vein,
want to be a
Benny,
politician,
over time,
run for politics. Yeah.
Yeah, oh no, on that vein, what happened over time, we saw what happened with the NFL players refusing to stand for the national anthem. People just don't want their sports to mix with politics.
Yep. Take off the uniform. Again, America's the greatest country in the world. We don't need you. There's 350 million of us, and plenty of us can downhill ski. A lot of us do it for fun. A lot of us pay to do it. We don't get paid to do it. So just take the uniform. If you're not proud of the country, why are you doing it? And again, if you're just doing it to represent your family and friends, which is what Hess said, then you need to go home and just do whatever else you do in Oregon, right? Slam your IPAs, smoke your weed, and just shut up and leave Team USA. We don't need you. We're the greatest country on earth. You need us. We don't need you. And so stop disrespecting our nation. Stop disrespecting our flag. And quite literally, shut up and do your job. You went out there to represent America. And more importantly, when you're doing this on foreign soil, when you're doing this in a foreign land and representing Team USA, you cause a lot of drama. Don't you want to be known for your good skiing instead of your politics? If you want to be known for your politics, start a YouTube channel. Book yourself on Fox Business every once in a while. Go run for
Everybody has a podcast. Everybody has a podcast.
Dude, totally. But you start tweeting.
Yeah, an example doesn't even be made of him. All right, this is the last clip I have for the night, and then we might check out and see if there's anything new on Nancy Guthrie's mom. I don't know why I'm going to look for it, but anyways. Kid Rock about the halftime show yesterday.
Oh, they're going to double down. And to me, it was kind of just like another middle finger to conservatives, to the MAGA, crowd, to my base, everything.
Yeah, I mean, it's not what I said in my intro is it's just kind of all very narrowly focused. And it's kind of it's not, as I said, it's not a performance, it's a punishment. But you were not without your critics today as well. MSNBC.
Oh, they're going to double down. And to me, it was.
All right, so let's see now. That was it. I thought it would have been better. Let's see what's going on. Let's see if there's anything new on Nancy Guthrie's mom real quick. Alleged Bitcoin ransom could be paid in minutes as Monday deadline approaches. This is old. The deadline's already passed. I'm just looking for this. 2 more narco terrorists were drugs to kill obliterated. Nice. Was this just now today? Hell yeah. I just want to look up this Nancy Guthrie stuff real quick and then. Well, this other stuff on another day. They must have done that tonight. That's the full thing of that. Yeah, nothing on Nancy Guthrie. Nope. That chick. I won't even deal with that chick. Yep, nothing on Nancy Guthrie. Alright, guys. I gotta get going. Ooh, right on time, too. It's 7 o'clock. Alright, guys. Catch you all later. Thanks for watching. We'll be back tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel. And, hopefully we'll have some better news tomorrow. Probably not, but we'll see. Good night, y'all. Thank y'all for being here. And oh wait, we gotta raid somebody. I gotta raid somebody. Hold on, let me find somebody to raid. We have to do that so I can get my I have to do that as part of my stuff. So let's raid somebody. Who are we gonna raid tonight? Go to my feed. Who shall we raid? Oh, Rotella's is live. Okay, let's go to Rotella. Copy link address. Go to /raid. We're going to raid Rotella streams. Go check them out. And confirm raid. Good night, y'all.